Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out some products from a company I have never tried before and have barely heard about. They're called Rude Cosmetics. I think I heard about them first in Robbie Christie's video. I think she tried something out from the company. They reached out to me and they wanted to send me a few things and I was like yes, because I love trying new things, especially brands I've never really heard of. It's really fun to discover things. They sent me just a few random products. I'm gonna put all of those to the test today. It's not enough products to do a whole face, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this video. I think we should just get started. Before we get into makeup, I'm gonna do a little bit of skincare. They sent over the sheet mask. It's the BIZZ Deep Cleanse Bubble Mask. So it's a sheet mask that bubbles up. This is gonna be really fun. I don't think I've really done a sheet mask on camera with you guys. It smells really good. Oh my god. It's a black sheet mask. I don't want to rip it. Unfolding sheet masks is always quite a challenge. It is definitely bubbling already. Alright, it says to leave it on for 15 minutes. Wait for the bubbles to form. Can you see them forming already? God, it's going in my mouth. Okay, I think it's been 15 minutes. We can take the mask off. I look freaking hilarious. I just want to smack my hand on my face, like. Let me go take this off and I'll be right back. I am back. The skin feels really clean and refreshed. Like that honestly felt really good. I feel like this would be a really fun mask to do with your friends so you guys can take funny pictures of each other and just laugh because it's really hilarious. I have yet another bubbly product I didn't even realize. This is the Bubblelicious Lip Exfoliator. I really like this packaging. This is $10. I don't really use a lot of lip exfoliators, but this is so freaking cute. Oh, it has a little pump. Begin by applying the exfoliator on your lips. Please wait for bubbles to form for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. I'm just gonna put that all over my lips. It's gonna be really hard to talk. Okay, lips are coated. Now we wait. Ooh, it's tingling. After it foams up, you want to gently massage with your fingertips until the skin exfoliates naturally. I kind of look like I'm foaming at the mouth currently. The fun thing is the more you rub it around, the more foamy it gets. And then we wash it off. Okay, not quite sure it really did much to my lips. They don't feel any different, honestly. I think these are just like really fun, quirky things to do, but I'm not sure I really see anything different on my lips. I'm gonna move on to some actual makeup. We have a primer. This is the Shimmering Primer. It's $11. It's in skin tone, I believe. I think it comes in one color. This is a lightweight hydrating formula that will blur out all your imperfections and the appearance of fine lines, leaving your skin bright and healthy. The sparks of shimmer help achieve the perfect glow, set the perfect canvas for a masterpiece. Okay, let's put some in the back of the hand. Okay, so it's, like they said, pretty skin tone, like a lot darker than my skin tone. Hopefully it's like a sheer situation. It doesn't look very shimmery and I feel like that's like way too much. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, it has like a very familiar scent to it. It's a little darker than my skin tone. I don't know if you guys can tell. And it has kind of like this pinky glow to it. Interesting. It is going into the skin really nicely. It's definitely darker than my skin tone. The shimmer glow that it has in it, it's like this pink glow. Definitely not like a subtle champagne gold color. Now we're gonna move on to what I'm most excited for, and that's the foundation. This is the Double Trouble Foundation and Concealer. It looks like they have 9 shades of this foundation, from Ivory to Espresso. I will post a picture up in this video so you guys can see the 9 shades. Ivory, is that the lightest shade? There's also Fair, which is darker than Ivory, but is like very neutrally tone. Ivory does look like it's going to be a little bit warm. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it oxidizes, maybe it doesn't, maybe it's perfect. This is $8.50, which is very affordable. Accomplish impeccable looks with very little effort. A single pump will go a very long way. Moisture rich and very easy to manage. Dive into an amazing coverage. No more dark spots, redness, or uneven skin tones. Okay, that's pretty exciting. I'm glad it's not, you know, like a matte foundation, because I generally do like more moisturizing, hydrating foundations. We'll see what the coverage is like. It said 1 pump, even though it's a little squeezy tube. I was actually looking forward to there being a pump, but it's okay. I do have to say, by the way, before I put the foundation on, that the primer It's definitely not a hydrating moisturizing primer. It has a slight tackiness to it, nothing too crazy. My skin looks really like perfected. Like anywhere where I had pores around my nose right here, it looks really smoothed out, which is really interesting. And it's definitely not like a silicone-y primer either. If this was a lighter color, I feel like this would be a really nice thing to just throw on for light coverage during the day. Okay, let's do this. This foundation blends very strangely into the skin. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost as if it doesn't buff very easily. It kind of just, it's thick and then it kind of dries down quick. But I will say it looks gorgeous on the skin. Like, I don't know if you guys can, ooh, that looks so pretty. Okay, when I first put it on my skin, I was a little bit like afraid because of how thick it was, and it wasn't like letting my brush blend, but once you kind of tap it into your skin like I'm doing, it looks really pretty. Oh my god. Yeah, I would definitely recommend working in sections. This dries down really, really quickly. It's still a little tacky, like a stick to it, but it's not like moving around. Like you would not be able to blend your brush on that. Let's see what the sponge does. Oh yeah, definitely goes a longer way. I love this with the sponge. I'm gonna go into the other side a little bit, build it up, just kind of smooth out all the edges. I don't know if the foundation also has a scent or it's still the primer, but I'm smelling a lot of smells and they're kind of like perfumey smells. It's not like chemical, but it's like very perfumey. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm seeing so much of that pink glow from the primer peeking through in this foundation, even though the foundation is doing a pretty good job covering. I want to say this is like a full medium, definitely buildable to a full, but you can still see that primer. It's so interesting. I feel like it's a really nice combination together. I'm not gonna lie, this foundation looks really pretty on the skin. The color is really off. Okay, I want to do a little close-up on my skin. It's very glowy. That can be the primer underneath as well, but my skin looks very glowy. It doesn't look super dry. It's not clinging to anything. It's not creasing yet. It just looks really smooth. I definitely want to set this because it does have a tackiness to it. I don't have a concealer from Rude, so I'm just going to use some of my ColourPop No Filter concealer underneath my eyes. I'm gonna apply some like on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, just to kind of like brighten my face up a little bit too, since the foundation is a little on the darker side for me. All right, I am noticing that especially like my nose area is kind of removing the foundation as I'm like trying to blend the concealer in. That is no good. But let's see how the under eyes do. The concealer is blended out. It honestly actually doesn't really look that bad. I think maybe just my under eyes today might be a little bit on the dry side since I didn't like use anything hydrating. But I feel like the nose bridge is where I can see some of the foundation was lifting as I was trying to blend. Nose is always like an issue in the foundation routine. Like, it always does weird things on the nose. Why? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other steps to my makeup and then move on to the next product. I'll be right back. Here's a close-up of the skin set. I use the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Definitely gave my face a more matte finish to it. I can definitely go ahead and use like my Cover FX Dewy Setting Spray just to give a little bit more moisture back into the skin, but I think it looks really pretty. It looks incredibly smooth and flawless. It's not clinging. Like kind of like the disappearing act of the foundation before, it's not as apparent anymore. It kind of just fell into place, but it looks really, don't mind my lips, it looks really pretty everywhere else. It's so flawless. I actually like, I'm kind of like shocked a little bit. For my bronzer, I use the new MAC, I don't know what this collection is called, I forgot. It's called Bayana Bronze. It's a beautiful matte bronzer. I've been really enjoying this a lot and using it a lot lately. And for my blush, I use the Mally Highlighting Blush. This packaging is so adorable, this compact. And this is what it looks like inside. Really fun and cute. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to highlighter, because I got a highlighter to try. This is the highlighter that they sent over. It's a baked highlighter and it's called All Eyes on Me. It looks like a really pretty golden champagne color. This is what the packaging looks like. Ooh, okay, it's a really pretty color. I haven't tested any of these things out previously, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a finger swatch first. Oh no. Oh, it's just like chunky glitter. So definitely not getting any highlight action. It's just literally chunky glitter. I remember seeing somebody talking about the e.l.f. baked highlighters and how they just kind of scraped the first layer off, and after that it was like really blinding. So I think I'm going to sacrifice the top layer and do that. You know what? First let's apply it as is and see how it goes. Give it a fair shot. Maybe it's gonna look different on the skin. I'm gonna apply it with my BH Cosmetics 140 highlighting brush. I just washed it so it's nice and clean. This brush will even make bad highlighters look good, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna take, tap it off. Oh, that's a lot of powder. And I'm going to go ahead and pop it onto my cheek. I'm not gonna say it doesn't exist, but oh wow, there's just a lot of dusty like shimmer on my face, but like not in a good way. Ooh, it's a really pretty color, but this isn't working like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do like a little bit of a scraping action. I don't know if you guys can tell how dusty it is. Some companies will like do like a spritz of something, like an overlay on powders and stuff, which is what you generally pick up sometimes. I scraped the layer. Let's swatch it with the finger again. Okay, there we go. We have something going on. Okay, look at that, you guys. So if you have a baked highlighter or something baked that is not working for you, or even the e.l.f. ones, go ahead and scrape like the first layer or two off of it, and then you have something working for you. It is still incredibly powdery. Like when I'm picking it up, there's just powder flying everywhere. So that's still something to be wary about. Okay, we definitely have some highlight action now. It's still a little bit dusty, but I'm gonna actually try this wet. I have some of the highlight on my brush, and I'm gonna take my Smashbox primer water and just spritz that ever so gently. I don't want to soak it. And I'm just going to pop this on the cheek. It's such a pretty highlighter shade, but the amount of dust it leaves on the face, you dust it away and then like your glow is a little bit disappeared. I'm just gonna try to build this up as much as I possibly can. It took a little bit of work. It doesn't look the best close up. You still see a lot of like little particles on my face, but it's such a pretty color. It's actually so like reflective once you get something on your skin. It's too hard to work with. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes, and the palette that they sent me is called Twinkle in Her Eyeshadows Book 1, and it literally looks like a book. It's so cute. Those are the shades inside. It has like a little sleeve on it. This actually feels like a hardcover book and it's like tripping me out, but let's open her up. Ooh, fun. Okay, so we have like a lot of neutral shades up there, and then we have a lot of pops of color, a really good mix of mattes and shimmers, and then right here you have like the chapters. That's really cute. I do want to swatch a few of these shades and see what the pigmentation is like. Okay. Oh, hello yellow. Wow, that's a very bright yellow. And then this teal. Whoa, those are like highlighted. They're like so neon. This matte orange shade, absolutely beautiful. And let's do the blue up here. Oh, right. Well, I'm impressed. Buttery, they're not skipping or patching. I mean, there's so much like finger and hand swatches can really say about an eyeshadow. It's really how it goes on your eyes that matters. Okay, let's do something. Ooh, that is so buttery. I'm gonna start off with this nude matte shade, and I'm gonna pop that underneath my brow bone for the highlight. It's a super buttery matte shadow. I really like that a lot. There's so much glitter on my face. I'm gonna take this soft cool tone matte brown as my first transition color. This one is a little bit powdery when I pick it up with my blending brush. Pop this into the crease. I feel like I tapped out all the pigment. I'm gonna go into this orange shade and I'm gonna pop that into my crease. Okay, that one's not as powdery. I think we're just gonna do something really fun and colorful today. Why not? The shadows are pretty muted on my eyes, like the matte colors. I feel like the more I blend, the more I wipe away the shadow. I'm gonna take this fuchsia color. It's not a matte, it's actually kind of like a metallic or shimmer shade. I'm gonna use that in my crease because why not, and who knows what's gonna happen. Again, dusting it off a little bit because they do have quite a bit of powder. This pink is actually blending out really nicely. It doesn't look shimmery. It honestly looks like a matte shadow in my crease. I am getting a little bit of fallout from the pink. This pink is building up really nicely, like when I go back and add more. I'm gonna go to the purple right below it. Again, this is not a matte shadow, but these don't seem to be too metallic or shimmery. Pop this into my crease to just deepen it up a little bit, add another dimension to it. I feel like it's not bad, like that pink is there and it was really pretty, it blended out, but sometimes you get a shade where it literally has no pigment whatsoever and then you just spend way too much time blending and trying to get it to work. So if like eyeshadows make you work more than you should, it's like my crease, the more I'm blending, it's kind of like removing shadow. I'm gonna take some of this matte, it looks like a charcoal color. I wouldn't say it's necessarily black. I am so afraid of this color right now. Deepen up the crease a little bit more. Ooh, okay. Oh no. Oh boy. I'm gonna go into my Mysterious Morphe brush and try to blend that charcoal color out and fix the problem a little bit. Okay, about 15 minutes later blending the crease. This is what's going on. I'm gonna take this Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in Light. It's almost pretty much the same thing as taking like your concealer as a base, like for cutting your crease. That actually came out a lot better than I imagined. I'm really liking this yellow color. It's speaking to me, so I think I'm going to apply that on the inner parts of my eyes. I have high hopes for this yellow, so I'm gonna just pop it in right. Ooh, okay, okay. I am, however, just going to spritz it a little bit. It's definitely chunky. I have quite a bit of yellow fallout on my cheek. I'm gonna take some of that purple on a small brush and I'm just gonna like define the cut crease area, since I guess that's what we're going with today. For the rest of my lid, I think I'm gonna take a blue shade. I'm gonna go with this one right here. By the way, this yellow, the more I try to like add or blend, it's like taking it away and just becoming more chunky, so yeah. Again, I feel like they pick up so creamy, but they just don't apply very well. Look how pretty it swatches on the finger. I'm actually gonna use my finger to apply it. Oh! Okay. What about this yellow? What if we apply that with the finger? It's just not as precise. You know what I mean? Like for a cut crease situation. Okay, definitely a lot better with the finger. Holy moly. I'm gonna take this shimmery champagne color on a small little brush and I'm gonna pop that in the inner corners of my eyes. I think I'm gonna take some of that purple on the outer part of my lower lash line. I'm gonna go into the pink very lightly and just blend out that purple with it. And for the rest of the lower lash, let's take orange. We haven't used the orange shade, and I know I said I wanted to use some of the neutrals and some of the bright colors, but this just turned into a really colorful tutorial. I think I'm done with the shadows. It actually looks really pretty. It looks really cool, and I'm very like proud of myself. Pat on my back. I did something a little bit different. It was definitely a lot harder to work with, like the power of editing, but I've been sitting here for a while like just blending and getting everything to kind of like look flawless as best as I can. You can definitely create an eye look with this palette. It's not impossible, but it just takes a little bit more work than I am used to, than I would like. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a winged liner and mascara, and I'll be right back. So here's the finished eye look for my wing. I tried out the Pretty Vulgar black gel liner and I really like this stuff a lot. It's super easy to work with, very creamy, a little goes a very long way. I'm a huge fan of this. I was trying this out for the first time today. For my mascara, I'm wearing my Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara with my Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. Now we're gonna move on to the last step, which is the lips. So normally with the look this bright, bold, and colorful, I would do like a nude lip, but they sent over this lip liner, which is in the shade Baddie, and it looks like a deep plum color. This lip pencil is $5 and it has like a little brush on the other side. I generally don't really use the brushes if lip pencils come with one. This is the little pencil. I'm gonna do a little swatch on the back of my hand. Oh, it's really creamy. It's not like waxy or too rough. The color is a little on the darker side of what I would do with this look. It just broke. It's never taken me so long to put a lip liner on. I think I was just so nervous because it's such a dark color that I wanted to get a very precise edge, and then I lost my tip a little, so it wasn't super sharp, but I made it work, and it's actually a really nice creamy pencil, and all over the lips. It goes on really pigmented, really nicely. It doesn't feel dry either. I'm gonna do a quick little rundown of the products I used today and what I think, starting with the Bubbly Sheet Mask. I really like sheet masks a lot. I feel like it's a really fun, quick, easy way to do masking. Little Bubbling Lip Exfoliator. It's really cute. I love the packaging, but I don't see myself reaching for it just because I generally don't do lip exfoliation normally. But again, it was just something fun to do. It bubbled, and then it didn't taste good though. I can tell you that. It went in my mouth a few times. This primer, I am torn with it. I have some cons and I have some pros. Some of the cons, it's heavily scented. The fragrance, it's very strong. It's darker than my skin tone, so that kind of like threw me off. But the pros of it, it looks really pretty, and it made my skin look really pretty. And I don't know if my skin looks freaking flawless and bomb right now from the primer or the foundation or both together, but I really like this. I really like the way it looks on my skin. I'm probably gonna give this another try because I actually really like how it looks. I'm gonna try it with some other foundations that I normally wear. The foundation. This foundation, guys. I really like it a lot. My skin looks so damn flawless right now. Like, I have a lot of glitter on my face from that highlighter, but besides that, when I said that it was coming off my nose, somehow that fixed itself. My under eyes look beautiful. My face looks pretty. It's not creasing. Like, I mean, I have eyebrow wrinkles all the time, but it's not necessarily creasing. I just have the wrinkle there. Well, yeah. It's not clumping around my nose. It doesn't look super cakey. It has amazing coverage. It looks so smooth. It looks so pretty from far away. I look bomb. From close up, I look bomb. I'm definitely gonna wear this foundation for as long as I can today. Excuse me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a check-in, but please check the description bar down below for an update. I will let you guys know on how it wears. Really like it a lot. Nobody likes a disappointing highlighter. I'm really sad to say, but this is just too flaky, chunky, flying shimmer, sparkle, glitter particles like all over the face, and the pigmentation just, it wasn't there. Like, it just doesn't really deposit pigment. It doesn't look flawless on the skin, and you just get like a lot of like glitter particles. So that's really sad. It's very powdery in the compact as well. I really like the color though. I really like the shade, but this didn't work out, unfortunately. I really like the idea of this eyeshadow palette. It's really fun. It's really cute. Very novelty. If you like to collect things like this, it's definitely really fun. I know they have like a bunch of different types of palettes like this. I didn't get to use every shadow in here. I will definitely try to give this another try, like the more neutral colors. It's just a little, I feel like it's a little hard to work with. Some of the shadows are like inconsistent in like the way they go on, but for the most part, overall, when you look at my eye makeup, I'm looking at it in the mirror, it looks really nice. It looks like I used some top quality eyeshadows, and I feel like as wonderful as the eyes came out and how happy I am with the way they look, it definitely took a lot of work to get it to look like this. It's not the worst palette I've ever tried in my life. And lastly, the lip liner. I actually really like this a lot. It's very comfy on the lips. It's very creamy. It's not drying. I really like the color a lot. If it was like a Jess shade, I definitely could see myself throwing this in my purse and wearing it all the time. This is a little deep for me on an everyday basis, but it is a really pretty color. I don't even know when I sat down to film, but I feel like it's been hours. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful. Let me know if you guys have ever heard or tried anything from Wood Cosmetics before. I'm like really curious. Maybe if you guys have a product you really love that I didn't try out today, let me know. Check it out. Other than that, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, mesijesibeauty, Snapchat, JessieJet, and Instagram, Makeup by Jessie. And if you have not subscribed to my channel already, please do so before you go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!